My name is Bernard Makumi of KBTM TV Boston, Massachusetts, USA. In today's video, we are going to a village called Masai Village in the Massai Mara Game Reserve in Kenya, East Africa, to learn something about the Maasai people and their culture. Recently, I had the privilege of visiting Massai Mara, a world-famous tourist destination known for its African wild game and home of the Maasai community who still practice the ancient African cultures, which have become synonymous with Kenyan culture. In the video, you will see me together with other tourists, where I'm interacting with Mr. Brown, the chief of the village, trying to learn more about Maasai culture. The setup of Masai Village is that of a typical traditional Maasai village with several Manyattas or Maasai traditional homes or houses, herds of cattle and goats, Maasai traditional entertainment, songs and warrior dances, Maasai traditional foods and drinks, etc. And the Maasai people who live and practice their ancient African customs as their ancestors did during the pre-industrial or pre-colonial era, late in the 19th century. In Kenya, the era before the year 1890. This traditional setting makes Masai Village a particularly interesting place for anyone to visit while visiting the vast Massai Mara Game Reserve in Kenya, as it will take you back into history in this modern era and teach you about the cultural anthropology of the Maasai people through a first-hand experience. The Maasai people live both in Kenya and Tanzania, separated by the boundary between the two East African states. Thus, we have the Maasai of Kenya and the Maasai of Tanzania. The Maasai community were and are known as very fierce warriors, and also as a community that has kept its ancient African traditions alive today in the 21st century. Welcome.
You are not changing this one?
We are going to change after 9 years, but really? We don't go very far. Just
okay. Like traditional.
Yes, traditional.
These are Maasai warriors singing and dancing to a Maasai traditional song, sung before warriors went to battle as a ritual to prepare them psychologically for warfare. For a Maasai boy to graduate into manhood, he had to undergo a certain ritual, including killing a lion, cutting its head off, and carrying the head back to the village as evidence of his bravery. After this and other rituals, including circumcision, the boy becomes a man, which qualifies him as a warrior, and is allowed to marry and start a family. He becomes a very respected man within the Maasai community. A male lion has a mane around its head which can be skinned off to be worn on top of the heads of Maasai warriors on certain occasions. Here you can see me wearing a tall lion's mane on top of my head as I dance with the Maasai warriors.
Yeah? You look like Massai.
Even stunk like Massai.
Like this.
Like this.
With knives.
And they cannot fall down.
Okay.
Ziko